All right. This is Harriet. Harriet. Harriet is our oldest eagle here. She is 29 years of age. And we know that she's exactly 29 because in 1981, a researcher climbed into a nest in northern Wisconsin where there were two baby eaglets. Harriet was one of those baby eaglets. Attached a little aluminum band to her leg. That aluminum band was on her leg then for 17 years until 1998 when she was unfortunately hit by a car and suffered a wing dislocation. As you can see right here. Hold on. Hold on in just a minute. Hold on. We'll look at that in a minute. But I want you to look at first though. See how this left wing here sits up funny compared to the other side? Okay. That was her original injury, that wing dislocation. Then a couple of years ago, she had some more pain from that collision with a car. And so part of her left wing, as you saw before, and we'll see again, was taken off. You see that? It was amputated by a veterinarian. So she has a shorter wing on that side. But Harriet is still one of her most well-traveled birds, going to schools, going to nature centers. Back in, for example, in November, she was on the Today Show and the Bonnie Hunt Show. Just in in March, she was on the Jay Leno Show. And so Harriet gets out and about quite a bit. But more importantly, one of the things that she does is you may have seen Harriet before as you're driving around. Have you seen these before, the Minnesota Supporter Troops plates? No. You seen those plates, folks? Okay. Picture of an eagle on it. That eagle's pictured on that plate is Harriet because of her work with our veterans. She, at least a couple of times a month, is doing veterans-related programs. In fact, she'll be doing a Tee Up for the Troops program tomorrow. And because of her work with our veterans, she was chosen for the Minnesota Support Our Troops license plate. Give Harriet a hand for her work with our veterans. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take Harriet, we're going to put her on the scale. We're going to see how much she weighs. We know that she is a female eagle, so Melody means she should weigh about how much?
10 pounds.
10 pounds, very good. All right. So 10 pounds for the females, and how much for the males?
8.
8 pounds, very good. Step up. Scale malfunction here, hold on. There we go, let's try it again, Harriet. Thank you. All right, and we're going to see where she's at here. Oh, don't look, Harriet, you don't want to know. All right, she's at 4,295 grams, 454 grams in a pound. So that puts her at 9 pounds 6 ounces. 9 pounds 6 ounces. She's a little bit small for a female eagle, but she's also missing part of her wing, and that accounts for some of her weight as well. All right, we're going to put her on this perch here. Step up. And we're going to see if Harriet wants to have any of her lunch here today. We have for you, Harriet, today, we have some rabbit. Oh, looks like she might be interested today. Let's find her the best piece here. Here's this nice long. Would you like that? Oh, that looks good. All right, that's good stuff. Give me some more of that. Let me find another piece here that might be good. Let's see. Here's a nice piece of a liver here. Would you like that? That's good. Grab it. There, how about now? Got it? Oh. That's not as good as it looks. All right, how about this little piece of liver here? That's a good piece of liver.
It looks like
As good as I thought it was.
it looks like she's full.
Let's try a bigger piece. Would you like a big piece here, Harriet? Thinking about it. Got it, Harriet? All right, take it down and put it down to your feet. What she's going to do is she's going to take it down to her feet, hold it down with her feet, and then use her beak, kind of like you would use a can opener or a knife and a fork, to rip and tear the prey into smaller pieces. And as we talked about earlier, if she swallows this piece, all of that, including that bone, will be digested by the very strong digestive tract. Do you want that, Harriet? So while we're watching Harriet, this is a good opportunity to answer some questions, things that you wanted to learn about eagles that we haven't talked about yet today. Yes?
Does she understand commands and stuff
Yeah, not a lot of commands. Like for example, when I ask her to step on the perch or I step up, it's really more that my glove becomes the highest perch, and so she steps up onto that. Not so much if I tell her to step up, she would step up now.
Excuse It looks like she's your pet.
She kind of looks like she's my pet, but I take care of her, so she relies on me, but she's not like a pet like you have or I have at home, like a dog or a cat or a monkey. Not a monkey, but a dog or a cat that we give love to and we pet and we take care of that way. Eagles aren't like that. Eagles aren't like that.
You might have already mentioned this, but how long do they live?
Eagle, I don't know if we have or not. Eagles in the wild will live 20 to 25 years, but a bird in captivity that has food brought right to it, veterinary care available to it, roof over its head, may live into its 40s in captivity. So Harriet's relatively young here at 40, at 29. Yeah, so 40 is a ways off yet. Yep. Anybody else questions? Yes, sir?
Why did you think she might not eat?
Yeah, the reason is that Harriet's been here long enough. She's been here since 2000. So she knows, for example, that we have an 11 o'clock program, a 1 o'clock program, and a 3 o'clock program. So if I don't eat at the 11 o'clock, they'll bring me back later in the day. But Donald and Wabasha, who have both been here less than 2 years, Wabasha just a little over a year, still act like an eagle in the wild would do. And so when there's food available to them, they eat, and they eat it all rather quickly as well, because they don't know when the next meal is coming, and you better take advantage of it while you have available food to you. 3 of our eagles are here, including this bird, because they were hit by cars. Feeding on the side of the road, okay? Saw a car coming. That car coming to them looked like another predator coming to steal their food away. And they don't want to lose it, so they'll guard it. They'll puff their feathers up, they'll spread their wings out to make themselves look really big and scary. It's a process called mantling. Unfortunately, the car doesn't realize what's going on, and they get hit. Because they're trying to guard their food, because they don't know when the next meal is coming. Yep. One more, Harriet, or what? Here, let me try another piece.
The gloves that people wear. Oh, look at them. Oh, yeah.
Is that it? I had it. Question right here first.
What is an eagle's lifespan?
Yeah,
How many years?
Yeah, 20 to 25 years.
20, 25?
Yeah.
And she's 29?
But she is here where she has food and veterinary care available. So
Okay.
she may live longer in captivity.
I see.
Yeah, may live longer in captivity. Yeah. But you kids were laughing about the stuff that ends up falling on the floor and stuff here. Don't worry about that, because remember, Kira here is my assistant. And she's going to help me clean up afterwards. No, she said. Okay, I'll find somebody else. All right. Way in the back.
When they migrate from Canada, they come here for the food.
They do.
How do they know how to get here?
That's a very good question.
They don't have like a cryptic or anything.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, exactly. Ornithologists are still really trying to figure out how birds are able to migrate, and other creatures like monarch butterflies, for example. Monarch butterflies leave here in Minnesota in the fall and go all the way down to near Mexico City. They've never been there before, yet they go to where their previous generation had been before and overwintered. And so, there's different theories on whether it's magnetics, whether it's using the stars as guides to migrate. Definitely with an eagle, they're definitely very visual creatures, and so they're definitely looking at landscapes. They're looking at bodies of water, a river that courses from northern Minnesota all the way down. That's a great thing to follow because you're going to find food along it all the way. And so they're using landmarks such as that to find their way.
Do they travel in flocks like other birds?
No, they don't fall. They migrate singly. Yeah, you may see a bunch of them together in the fall, but they're there because there's a thermal there. As we were doing earlier with Haley, and doing that thermal stuff, riding on thermals. We had a whole bunch of them up here riding on thermals. Okay, it wasn't like they were all friendly with each other because we had a turkey up here and we had a loon and we had a bunch of birds. But they were using those thermals for a lift. So they were all there together, not because they wanted to be, because that elevator was there for them. Yes?
Do they mate for life or anything? Or?
It's more of a connection to the nest site itself, more than it is to each other. As long as they both are returning at the same time for reproduction, both in good physical shape, probably nesting for many years in a row. Yep, step up. I know you got a couple more questions, kids, but what I'd like to do is, if you could hold on to them for me to remember them, I'd like to show you another eagle that's going to eat a whole lot quicker. I think you might want to see that, huh? You want to see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so just hold on. I'll bring in Wabasha. Say goodbye to Harriet. All right, we'll be right back with Wabasha.